Hello everybody and welcome on in. The new patch is here, the Blunderbuss is finally in the game, and the question we're asking now is how did the patch turn out? Well, I'm going to cut right to the chase. This patch is awesome. If you are considering coming back to New World at any time, I think this is the patch to come back to. It's only been 2 days, so I did want to play at least a whole day before I made a video about how good or bad this patch is. And I'll be honest, as a PvP player, the performance is absolutely phenomenal this patch. There were tons of issues last patch with positional desyncs and character stutters, and I just haven't run into any of those this patch. So many bugs have been fixed, and Amazon didn't even put any of this in the patch notes for the patch. They just fixed the bugs, and I am very happy that things are running the way they are in the game. The Blunderbuss has been an absolute treat to play with this kind of performance, and if Amazon can keep up this kind of stuff, PvP has a super bright future in this game. But let's get right into it. Not only did we get the Blunderbuss, not only do we see that improved performance, but a new dungeon has come this patch as well. And if you guys have been a little bit out of the loop with what's been going on with New World lately, there have been a ton of quality of life fixes to the game over these past couple months, basically making the game more enjoyable to play and taking away some of the tedious aspects of it. Some of the big positive changes include teleporting being so much more accessible and easy than it used to be. With the last patch, we also saw all of the storages get linked, so you can access any storage from any town without having to pay any additional cost. The housing taxes are much cheaper than they used to be, and dungeon content has been made much more accessible, and that's just to name a few of the changes. Seriously, a lot of the issues that people had with New World, Amazon actually listened and has made some big changes to the game reflecting what people did and didn't like. This is a really good step in the right direction, and it's not just something we've seen in this last patch. These past few patches have reflected this from Amazon. So if they can keep this kind of stuff up, I am very, very excited for the future of New World. Now, of course, for you guys today, I've got some PvP commentary featuring that brand new weapon, the Blunderbuss. I liked it a lot. My initial impressions of the Blunderbuss, it took me a little bit of time to get used to, but I really started to fall in love with its mobility, and the amount of utility that this weapon has is almost unmatched basically by any other ranged weapon. I think it's really comparable to something like the Rapier when you talk about just raw weapon utility. So as you guys could see, this fight here just kind of getting wrapped up. My friendly players coming in to help me finish off the last guy there. Moving on to the next fight. I'm pushing up the hill towards the enemy spawn. I've got a fire mage behind me, and I'm trying to put some damage into the back of that enemy healer. I should have actually switched to the Blunderbuss as he was backing up there and tried to hit him with a nice shotgun blast just to put a bit of damage into him and see if I could close the kill, but I didn't end up getting the swap in time, and of course he ends up healing up. So I head back towards the other side of this rock here just to kite a little bit of damage. I go for the blast shot, which does get the knockdown on that enemy player, and I hit him with the Blunderbuss pellets right away. And another player comes out, so I just back behind the rocks again. This guy ends up trying to type something, and there you can see just the amount of damage the Blunderbuss can put in. I hit that guy for well over half his health with that combo there, and I end up taking a lot of damage as the punishment for trying to do that. Get the riposte and just quickly evade out of there, get behind the rocks, and I've got a potion coming, and these guys are going to start swamping me pretty good here. I'm just using the terrain to LOS as best I can. The Blunderbuss's biggest weakness, in my opinion, is a ranged opponent because it has a very limited range itself. So taking the fight to some terrain here where I can LOS some of the range damage is definitely a good option if you can't just outrange them with the Blunderbuss. And here you can see I'm given quite a bit of range pressure from that location, so I retreat back behind the rock, get a riposte on the enemy Blunderbuss player there. This guy goes for his spear combo, and I hit him with a huge light attack into the claw shot light attack, and then the flesh to get behind him into the next backstab, and a massive combo on that spear guy just to take him from basically 100 to 0 there. And then I start going for a bit of pressure on the enemy fire staff player. The other player in the back there shooting at me with his musket, just kind of playing it safe and keeping on top of the enemy fire staff player. I believe the musket player is actually spec'd life staff on the other side. I see the green bullets, and it makes me think that he has a nature gem on there. More enemy players coming in. I catch a riposte off, I believe, the enemy musket shot. Get a good amount of damage again with the light attack, claw shot, light attack combo. If you cancel that claw shot early and follow it up with the next light attack, you get a really powerful double blast. and I get right behind the enemy Ice Mage with the Flesh, a nice kill on top of him, and I try to throw the claw shot down on the gun player in the back there, and you can see it does not hit him because he's just outside of the maximum distance of the Blunderbuss. And I just do a little bit of a kite around the boxes here. The enemy melee player is coming right towards me, and I connect a huge shot on the musket player, taking over half his health with the 9 pellet shot there, hit him with the rapier light attack, and I almost managed to bring him down. The enemy players come charging into me here, and I take that bad stun. Should have been on the rapier bar to defend against that. And now moving on to the last fight for you guys. This fight here showcases a lot of the movement of Blunderbuss, but I think all the fights are going to showcase that to a degree. This weapon has absolutely excellent utility. But there you see, I go for the Blunderbuss combo on the heavy armor player, and I don't do very much damage to him. But there you see the rapier combo also not doing a ton of damage to that guy. He is pretty tanky. So I just go for a little bit of a flesh through, try to get a backstab on someone, and then go back out the door. And the Blunderbuss Rapier combo, so good for keeping you mobile. There you can see the enemy players starting to take more notice to me, throwing down the Ice Gauntlet snares and everything. I go for the riposte, manage to catch it just in time, hold block for a moment, just that 1 second you need to get out of the gravity well with your gap closer. And then I use the Blunderbuss net shot just to kind of shoot myself at a weird angle across the enemy players, forcing them to do a bit of a turnaround. I get behind the little bit of line of sight here. Try to go for some combos on this guy here. Unfortunately, I don't land a lot of the pellets. Manage to get him with the blast shot and just switch to the rapier and go for the heavy attack. Quickly jump on top of the enemy mage player with the flesh, and he pulls out the Ice Gauntlet. Instinctively, I know I've got to get away from that Ice Gauntlet. Managed to get a good dodge on the incoming gravity well there too. And I just switch back to the rapier here. The Blunderbuss actually reloads itself if you switch to your other weapon for about 3 seconds. There's a huge combo on that enemy mage, again, with the light attack into the claw shot, the next light attack, and I almost just kill him outright with the Blunderbuss like that. And he ends up going for the burnout through, trying to get back inside. My excellent aim allowing him to escape there, and he goes for the ice shower there. I go for the first roll, but he ends up not landing that heavy attack, so I'm okay to get hit by the second one, and I won't get immobilized. And get the riposte on the enemy melee fighter there. The Ice Gauntlet player goes for another ice shower. This time I'm not even turning around to attack him, but I think he was just playing it safe there. Because I did get the other guy with a stun. There's that Blunderbuss combo. Again, the light attack, claw shot, light attack, taking a good chunk of this guy's health out, but I think I missed quite a few pellets there because I did hit him harder with the combo earlier, and he throws down his Ice Gauntlet goodness again, managing to hit me with a heavy attack. There comes the enemy gravity well. I go for the flesh just to escape it, pop back inside, get the potion, and again, versus a opponent that has a magic weapon like the Ice Gauntlet or Fire Staff, I can't beat them in the ranged fight, and that's a big reason why I keep going in and out of the door here. I need to bait this guy into a little bit of a closer confrontation, and I go around the corner. He ends up going back inside. The enemy axe player just eating my full combo there from the Blunderbuss again. He's very tanky though. I switch back to the Blunderbuss, hit him with a few more attacks, get onto the rapier, and manage to get some good damage into him, staying on top of him with the flesh and feeding him a lot of attacks with evade. The Ice Gauntlet player jumps down from the top, and I managed to catch the riposte, I think, on his ice shower coming down. I'm not even sure if you can riposte that, but I did get the riposte at that moment. The Great Axe player ends up going to hide. I hit this guy with the blast shot. There you see so many pellets coming out. Good damage on the Ice Gauntlet player. He throws down an ice shower, and I just managed to roll away. Also managed to get the dodge on the incoming ice spike. And this guy's coming around the corner. I hit him with the net shot, hit him with the couple Blunderbuss shots there as well, and then evade into him with the light attack, and I managed to take him down as he throws the gravity well there. The other axe player right away throwing his gravity well down too. And he starts to go for those big hammer stuns. I always find Rapier does a great job dealing with it. Lots of iframes on the evade and the dodge roll. Managed to catch a nice riposte on the hammer player. Go for the flesh to get behind him. Good damage on him there. And I tried to go for that Blunderbuss shot with the claw shot for the big damage. He goes for the Great Axe spin, actually absorbing the projectiles there, taking no damage from that combo. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this fight as I say goodbye. If you guys want to check out some live gameplay from me, of course, give me a follow on Twitch. And of course, give me a follow on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with me. I don't have this build video for you guys yet, but when I do, it'll be on my website, pvpnewworld.com. There's lots of other New World builds on there and tons of information on the game and the new Blunderbuss weapon. And I feature the New World Top 5 battles. If you guys have an awesome fight that you want to see featured on the channel, you can send that to Kristofer at pvpnewworld.com. This show is sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers that can give you better ping to your favorite games, especially if you have poor ping to start. There's a link down below for your free 1-month trial if you guys are interested. And finally, a massive thank you and shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. Without you guys, I couldn't do this, so thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you everybody just for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys are half as excited about New World as I am. Looking forward to the future. As always, have a great night everybody, and I'll see you next time.